All right, guys, so I am going to answer the most common questions that we get when it comes down to our Impaktech crash gauge. The number one question is, can we still lane split? Yes, of course. The crash gauge is not going to prevent you from lane splitting. If you currently lane split now, when you install the crash gauge, you have nothing to worry about. The second question, how much does the cage weigh and is it going to make a difference in my riding style? If you get a crash cage, the weight can vary anywhere from 8 to 15 pounds depending on which particular crash cage you get. If you get a race rail, the weight can vary from 6 pounds to 10 pounds. That will not make a difference. Both cages are going to weigh the same on the left and on the right side, which is going to cause proper balance, and you are not going to notice a difference from lane splitting to turning to how nimble the bike is. Every single bike that we have here and that we manufacture products for have been tested on the street to ensure this is not an issue. So rest assured, you are not going to feel a difference at all when you have a crash cage or a race rail on your bike. Question number 3, are colors available on your crash cage? No. From now on, we only offer raw and black. The reason we did this is because when we did offer over 30 different colors on the website, the wait times were very long, anywhere between 8 to 12 weeks, sometimes even more. Now that we only offer raw and black, wait times range from 1 to 5 days, and the majority of things are in stock and ready to ship. If you want a custom color that we've done on either one of our personal builds or a build that you've seen on the website, head over to the website. Under helpful links, you will be able to see a color code chart and look at exactly the color code of every single color we've done. Question number 4, is there a warranty on any of these products? Absolutely. All of our crash cages, race rails, and steel sub cages come with a lifetime warranty. And we're not like every other manufacturer where you have to have a receipt or go through these loopholes to get taken care of. It does not matter if you purchased a bike with our product or if you purchased a product directly from us, you are still covered under our lifetime warranty. The lifetime warranty is going to cover any welds on the product. It does not matter if the product has only been used for a year or if it's been used by 20 years. We will still honor our lifetime warranty regardless of how old the cage is and who purchased the cage. Question number 5, will I have any fitment problems if I have an aftermarket exhaust? All of our crash cages have been designed around the OEM header. If you have an aftermarket slip-on, this question does not pertain to you because our crash gauge is not going to interfere with any aftermarket slip-ons. If you have an aftermarket header, on the other hand, as long as the aftermarket header has a similar design to the stock OEM header, then you should be fine. 85% of times, all aftermarket exhaust systems are going to work with their cages. The only time that we run into issues are when you have a race exhaust. If you have an exhaust system where the tube diameter has increased or it's a completely different design, then you will have problems fitting that crossbar through that exhaust system. If you do have an aftermarket header and you want to still be able to run our crash cage, we do sell a custom crossbar kit for $40. Now this custom crossbar kit is going to come with everything that you need to fabricate your own crossbar, and it is very simple. You can go to a local fabricator near you or a local fab shop and have them do it in less than an hour. That is also an option. Question number 6, will a crash cage work on any bike? Are these products universal? And the answer is no, our crash cages are not universal. If you purchased a crash cage for a 2024 Kawasaki ZX-XR, that crash cage is only going to fit a 2024 to 2025 Kawasaki Ninja ZX-XR. It will not fit any Gixxers, it will not fit a Honda, it will not fit another year ZX-XR, it will not fit a BMW S1000RR. I think you guys get the point now. If you purchase something for that particular model, we go ahead and design it specifically for that model. We have over 400 unique and different individual cage designs for over 500 applications. Question number 7, can I fit my motorcycle through my front door with your crash cage? Now, believe it or not, this is a very common question, especially for those that like to store their bike indoors. And the answer is yes. If you can currently fit your motorcycle through your front door without our crash cage, then you will 100% be able to fit your motorcycle through your door with our Impaktech crash gauge or Impaktech race rail. Question number 8, if I order a raw crash gauge, can I install it raw on the motorcycle? And the answer is yes and no. No, because the moment that the motorcycle is exposed to any rain or elements outdoors, there is going to be surface rust. All of the crash cages are made from mild steel, so rust is going to occur. Now, the rust is not going to penetrate through the steel. It's just going to be surface rust. Whenever we encounter surface rust here with cages that have been sitting for a while, all we do is grab a steel wool cloth, steel wool it, get rid of all that surface rust, and the cage looks brand new once again. We highly, highly recommend that you coat your cage with something to be able to protect it from the elements. You can either powder coat it, you can go to your local paint store and grab some paint and get it painted for. The point is, you need to have your cage coated. We do not recommend you install it raw. Now, if you like the way the raw cage looks, what you can always do is add a coat of clear powder coating to keep that finish, because the clear powder coating is still going to offer you a layer of protection from the element. Question number 9. Does the crash cage come with an adjustable subcage or a rear subcage? The answer is no. The crash cage is sold separately along with all of our other products. We do not have a kit on our website, so everything is going to be ordered individually. If you want a crash cage and a subcage, then you have to order the crash cage and the subcage. If you see a crash cage on the website and the product images show a picture of the subcage, that's for example purposes only. We're showing you the crash cage on the website, and that motorcycle just happens to have an adjustable subcage. But if you look at the section on the description where it says what's in the box, it will say crash cage only, subcage not included. So be aware that if you do want both to give you the most ultimate protection, grab yourself the crash cage and the subcage. Do I need an adjustable subcage? And the answer is, we highly recommend it, yeah. The crash cage is going to go ahead and protect about 80% of your motorcycle. The crash cage will protect the frame, the engine, the fairings, the handlebars, the front portion, but the rear is still exposed. God forbid you get into an accident where you loop the motorcycle or you fall in a manner where the rear end hits the ground first. Your rear subframe has a really big potential of just snapping off or causing a lot of damage in the rear section. The adjustable subcage or the steel subcage is going to prevent that from happening. That's going to give you another 20% of protection in the rear, making your bike have 100% protection all the way around. So I definitely recommend you get a crash cage and a subcage at the same time. If you guys are on a budget and want to know what product we recommend to get first, of course, always get the crash cage first. The subcage should be a secondary accessory if you're looking to protect your motorcycle overall. What is a crash cage for? It's very simple. A crash cage is there to protect your investment, to protect your motorcycle. In an event of a fall, a spill, somebody knocking your bike over, a gust of wind hitting your motorcycle and causing it to drop, somebody outside your workplace decides to just throw your bike on the ground, a car hits you, so many different ways that a motorcycle can get damaged. The crash cage is there to protect you. Now, there is no product in the world that is going to offer 100% protection. That just does not exist. Our crash cage is going to give you the best possible outcome when it comes to keeping your bike protected. The way that I like to explain it is, imagine safety gear. If you have a leather jacket on and you get into a crash, you're going to have a pretty good chance of walking away with no scuffs and no scratches. If you get into a crash and you're not wearing anything, you just have a t-shirt on, you're 100% going to get damaged. Question number 11, is our crash cage going to reduce my lean angle, or am I going to encounter problems in the mountains when I'm riding through the twisties? The answer is no. Our crash cages have been designed to give you the most optimal lean angle possible. We have tested our crash cages with a lot of very high skilled riders in the canyons of Azusa, GMR, and other locations in our area. And we've had plenty of customers go on Chuckwalla Raceway or other tracks locally and confirm that our crash cage has not been able to reduce your angle. If you can drag knee currently, you'll still be able to drag knee with the crash cage. Now, obviously, it is going to reduce your angle at a very extreme rate. If you're dragging elbow or doing some MotoGP stuff, you definitely don't want to have a crash cage or a racer on your motorcycle. Now again, I think it is going to vary a lot on application. When you grab your crash cage, lean over the motorcycle and verify how much lean angle you actually do have. 90% of the times, your lean angle is not going to change.